Imagine you're walking among the coniferous forests of the North American mountains when you feel like you're being watched. It could be a grizzly. He is one of the most powerful bears in North America. He can smell you tens of kilometers, tens of miles upwind. Is a meeting with him really so dangerous, and how can you protect yourself from fatal consequences? Find out in this issue. By the way, below you will find out when exactly a grizzly sleeps in the United States, as well as why it may not go to the den at all under certain circumstances. For the indigenous peoples of the Americas, the grizzly has always been a spirit of strength and courage, and European colonists called it a dangerous monster. However, every legend has some truth to it. In the 1890s, a hunter narrowly escaped with his life in the Yellowstone River area when he came across a bear with cubs. This gave rise to dozens of stories about mad bears allegedly stalking humans. But are grizzlies really that aggressive? Find out in a moment. The grizzly is a subspecies of the brown bear, Ursus arctos. Its ancestors moved from Eurasia to North America about 50,000 years ago. Range: Rocky Mountains of the United States, Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, Washington, Canada, British Columbia, Alberta, Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Alaska. The most famous places: Yellowstone, Glacier, Banff, Jasper, as well as numerous remote areas in the Yukon and Alaska Range. Size at the withers: 1.0, 1.5, 3.3, 4.9 ft, up to 2.5 meter, 8.2 ft on hind legs. Weight: mostly 200-400 kilo, 440, 880 lb, sometimes more. Claws up to 10 cm, 4 in. Shoulder hump, muscle clot, and powerful jaws. A bear can smell food, a dead carcass, or a person up to 20-30 kilometers, 12-18 miles away, depending on the strength and direction of the wind, one of the most sensitive noses among mammals. The grizzly mainly eats berries, nuts, various herbs, root crops, and carrion. It hunts ungulates, elk, deer, and fish, salmon during the spawning season. In summer and fall, it gains weight, fat, in preparation for winter. Most grizzlies hibernate from November or early December to March or April. In cooler regions, northern Montana, Alaska, bears may go into hibernation earlier, in October, and wake up only in May. Hibernation lasts 4 to 7 months, depending on the climate and food availability. Did you know that sometimes a grizzly may not hibernate at all? Let us explain how this happens. If the bear has sufficient access to food in winter, e.g., near landfills, coastal areas with fish, or when the winter is too mild, it can remain active. Atypical conditions such as warm weather or easy access to food reduce the bear's need to conserve energy, so full hibernation does not occur. The grizzly is mostly solitary, except during the mating season or in places rich in salmon. It makes its dens in mountain slopes or deep ravines. It marks its territory with scratches and scents. The hump on the shoulders is a muscular dome that gives strength to the front paws. Strong grizzly jaws allow them to break large ungulate bones and tear through tough hides. Long claws up to 10 centimeters, 4 inches, are used for digging, hunting, and self-defense. High speed can reach speeds of up to 50-55 km/h, 31 to 34 mph, which is faster than any average runner. A grizzly can pose a high risk to humans if the rules for handling it are not followed. Now I'll tell you what to do and what not to do if you do meet a grizzly. According to statistics for the last 10 years, between 2013 and 2023, there were approximately 20-30 grizzly-related fatalities in the United States and Canada. The main reasons are encounter with a bear and cubs, improper storage of food in campsites, provoking bears with odors, people deliberately approaching for photos or videos, how to escape if you provoke aggression. Do not run away. Running can provoke the bear to chase. Back away slowly, try to look bigger, and speak calmly. Bear spray is an effective and proven method. If the attack has already begun, lie down, covering your neck with your hands. Some bears stop attacking when they realize that the victim is not in danger. What smells can scare away grizzlies? Strong chemical odors, ammonia, acetic acid, sometimes act irritatingly on bears. But the best option for self-defense is a spray with capsaicin. Do not rely on household products alone. For many Native American peoples, the grizzly symbolizes the power of the spirit. The claws, teeth, and fur were passed from warrior to warrior as a sign of courage. In the colonial era, bears were exterminated out of fear and desire for land development. In some U.S. states, the grizzly was completely exterminated. Today, the grizzly is a protected species. There are programs to restore populations, especially in forests and national parks, to preserve this giant of the forest. How grizzlies help and harm the ecosystem. The grizzly controls the number of ungulates, influences fish populations during salmon spawning, and spreads berry seeds. This helps to preserve forest biodiversity. Protecting grizzlies also means protecting large, sparsely populated areas. Less deforestation and more wildlife means fewer conflicts with bears. So let's summarize. A grizzly is both a symbol of powerful nature and a potential source of danger if people ignore the rules. A bear may not even hibernate if it has plenty of food or a warm winter, so you should always be careful. Share your own experiences with bears or questions in the comments. And of course, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss new stories about the fascinating world of wildlife.